Imagine a world where elegance and movement come alive on canvas, where every stroke tells a story of high society, passion, and fashion. Welcome to the world of Giovanni Boldini, a master of portraiture who captured the essence of his time. Stay with me as we take a tour through some of his finest works and explore the genius behind his unforgettable style. Giovanni Boldini, born on December 31st, 1842, in Ferrara, Italy, became one of the most celebrated portrait artists of the Belle Époque era. Known for his stunning depictions of society's elite, Boldini's works are full of life, movement, and a touch of glamour. His paintings bring an unmatched energy to the world of portraiture, where even stillness feels like a moment caught in motion. What sets Boldini apart from his contemporaries? It's his incredible ability to blend realism with dynamic movement. When you look at his portraits, it's as if the subject might step off the canvas at any moment. His brushstrokes were rapid, fluid, and expressive, particularly when capturing the textures of luxurious fabrics like silks and velvets. His subjects often seem to be captured mid-motion, with flowing gowns and sweeping gestures that add life and drama to each portrait. Boldini was more than just a portrait artist. He was a chronicler of the Belle Époque. He painted the faces of the rich and famous, immortalizing their beauty, charm, and social status. Whether it was a socialite in her finest gown or a well-known gentleman with a commanding presence, Boldini's portraits often conveyed not just what people looked like, but who they were. His brush captured personalities with a flair that made his subjects seem larger than life. One of Boldini's greatest contributions to art was his unique portrayal of fashion. The lavish dresses, elaborate hats, and delicate accessories weren't just background details. They were characters in their own right. The way Boldini captured fabric, the flow of a gown, or the gleam of a jewel, made his works a visual celebration of the era's fashion. His portraits are as much about the clothes as they are about the people wearing them. Boldini's technique was all about movement. Unlike the more restrained styles of his contemporaries, his brushstrokes were free and quick, giving a sense of fluidity. He often painted his subjects as if they were caught in a moment of action, leaning slightly forward, poised, and ready to speak or move. The interplay of light and shadow, especially on faces and fabric, gives his paintings a sense of vitality. It's this energetic approach that has made his work so captivating even today. Though Giovanni Boldini's popularity waned after the First World War, his influence on portraiture remains profound. His innovative use of color, texture, and movement paved the way for future artists to experiment with dynamic compositions. Boldini passed away on July 11, 1931, at the age of 88. Despite his declining popularity in his later years, his legacy endures. Today, his works are housed in some of the world's greatest museums, and his ability to capture the essence of an era has ensured that his art will continue to be celebrated for generations to come. What do you think of Giovanni Boldini's incredible style? His paintings bring to life the elegance, drama, and movement of a past world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the genius of Boldini, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to So Long Ago for more art history content. Join me for more journeys into the world of timeless masterpieces. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Step into a world of grace and beauty, where elegance shines through every brushstroke. Elizabeth V.G. Lebrun was more than an artist. She was a storyteller, capturing the warmth, charm, and spirit of her subjects during one of the most turbulent eras in history. Stay with me as we explore the breathtaking works of this extraordinary painter whose legacy continues to inspire. Elizabeth was born on April 16, 1755, in Paris, France. A true prodigy, she became one of the most sought-after portrait artists of her time, even earning the honor of painting Queen Marie Antoinette herself. Despite living through the chaos of the French Revolution, she remained a celebrated artist, known for her ability to bring her subjects to life with a sense of intimacy and grace. What makes Elizabeth's art so captivating? It's her ability to combine realism with a sense of warmth and personality. Her portraits often feature soft, glowing colors and delicate details, from the shimmer of a silk gown to the rosy cheeks of her subjects. Her brushwork creates a feeling of movement and life, as if the person in the painting might turn and speak to you at any moment. Elizabeth's art was deeply personal. She had a gift for making her subjects feel at ease, allowing her to capture their true character. Whether painting the elegance of a queen, the innocence of a child, or the quiet confidence of an aristocrat, her portraits radiate an emotional depth that goes beyond mere likeness. Each piece tells a story, drawing you into the lives of the people she painted. Fashion and setting played an important role in Elizabeth's portraits. From flowing gowns to carefully arranged backgrounds, every detail was chosen to highlight the subject's personality and status. She painted women not just as symbols of beauty, but as individuals with their own inner lives, often surrounded by objects that told their stories. These touches make her work both timeless and deeply relatable. Elizabeth lived a remarkable life. She traveled extensively across Europe, painting royalty, nobility, and intellectuals, leaving behind a body of work that spans decades and countries. She passed away on March 30th, 1842, at the age of 86, leaving a legacy of over 800 portraits. Her ability to connect with her subjects and portray them with grace and humanity continues to make her one of history's most beloved portraitists. What do you think of Elizabeth's luminous art? Her portraits continue to inspire with their beauty, grace, and storytelling. Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey through her masterpieces, please like this video and subscribe to So Long Ago for more stories from the world of timeless art. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. In this masterpiece collection, Charles Aimable Lenoir invites us into a world of elegance and timeless beauty. Known for his extraordinary ability to capture the grace and poise of his subjects, Charles's portraits are a true celebration of the Belle Époque, a golden age when art flourished and beauty reigned supreme. Born on October 22, 1860, Charles grew up in humble surroundings, but his immense talent led him to the prestigious École des Beaux-Arts in Paris. With dedication and perseverance, he twice won the coveted Rome Prize, securing his place among the greats of his time. His paintings radiate serenity and refinement. Notice how the light softly caresses each face, highlighting every curve and contour. The exquisite details in the fabrics reveal not only Charles's technical mastery, but also his deep appreciation for the individuality of his subjects. Yet, there is something more, an intangible quality that goes beyond the surface. These portraits seem to tell stories, whispering secrets of a bygone era. Through his art, Charles captured not just the physical beauty of the Belle Époque, but its very soul, a time when hope, culture, and art were in full bloom. Charles passed away on August 1st, 1926, at the age of 65, but his legacy endures in these remarkable works. As you explore this collection, allow yourself to be transported to a world of grace, tranquility, and timeless artistry. Which painting speaks to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless art stories. Thank you for listening. In this masterpiece-filled journey, we immerse ourselves in the radiant world of Pierre-Auguste Renoir. Born on February 25, 1841 in France, Renoir would go on to become one of the most celebrated artists of the Impressionist movement. As he once said, "Why shouldn't art be pretty? There are enough unpleasant things in the world." Renoir's portraits are a testament to his love for life, filled with warmth, charm, and humanity. Whether capturing the innocence of children, the elegance of women, or the simple joys of family and friends, his art radiates joy and tenderness. Look closely at the soft, glowing faces, the delicate interplay of light and shadow, and the vibrant yet harmonious color palettes. Each brushstroke reveals his belief that the pain passes, but the beauty remains. Renoir's subjects were often those closest to him, family, friends, and models from his community. Through his art, he brought them to life, not just as individuals, but as symbols of a time when grace and simplicity reigned. From the youthful innocence of a girl with a watering can to the refined charm of Madame Charpentier and her children, Renoir's ability to capture the essence of his subjects is unparalleled. Despite battling severe arthritis in his later years, Renoir continued to paint until his final days, proving that art was his true lifeblood. He passed away on December 3, 1919, at the age of 78. Even in his struggles, Renoir's spirit remained unbroken, exemplified by his belief that the work of art must seize upon you, wrap you up in itself, and carry you away. As we marvel at Renoir's portraits, let's embrace his philosophy of finding beauty in the everyday. What do you think of Renoir's paintings? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this celebration of timeless art, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more stories of artistic brilliance. Thank you for watching. In the golden age of art, amidst the bustling streets of 17th-century Amsterdam, the name Rembrandt van Rijn stood out as a beacon of artistic brilliance. His mastery of light and shadow transformed the way people saw art, capturing raw human emotion in every brushstroke. But behind the fame and innovation was a deeply personal story of love, loss, and resilience shared with his only surviving son, Titus. Rembrandt was born on July 15, 1606, in Leiden, Netherlands, and rose to become one of the most celebrated painters of his era. His career was marked by early success, but his personal life was fraught with tragedy. In 1634, he married Saskia van Olenberg, his muse and greatest love. Together, they had 4 children, but heartbreak shadowed their joy. Only Titus, born on September 22, 1641, survived infancy. Just a year later, Saskia passed away from tuberculosis, leaving Rembrandt to raise Titus alone. Titus became the light of Rembrandt's life, appearing in many of his father's paintings and sketches. Works like Titus in a Monk's Habit reveal not just Rembrandt's artistic genius, but also his deep paternal love. Titus was more than a subject. He was a source of strength for a father navigating a world of grief and uncertainty. As Rembrandt's career progressed, his fortunes began to wane. By the mid-1650s, public taste shifted, and the commissions that had once sustained him became scarce. His extravagant lifestyle and financial mismanagement led to bankruptcy in 1656. Forced to sell his beloved home, art collection, and personal belongings, Rembrandt struggled to rebuild. Titus, still a teenager, stepped up to support his father, helping to establish a business under his own name to protect the family from creditors. Despite their hardships, the bond between father and son remained unbreakable. Titus married Magdalena van Loo in 1668, bringing hope and a sense of renewal to their lives. That same year, the couple announced they were expecting their first child. But joy was fleeting. Titus fell ill and died on September 4, 1668, at just 26 years old. For Rembrandt, the loss of Titus was a devastating blow. Having already endured so much, he spent his final year in grief and isolation. On October 4, 1669, he passed away at the age of 63, leaving behind a legacy of unmatched artistic brilliance. He was buried in an unmarked grave in Amsterdam's Westerkerk, a humble end for a man whose work transcended time. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience needed to face life's adversities. Through their art and their struggles, Rembrandt and Titus remind us of the beauty and heartbreak of the human experience. Each painting, each portrait, is a window into their shared journey, a tale of survival, devotion, and the unyielding bond between father and son. What emotions or thoughts does this story awaken in you? Share your reflections in the comments, and subscribe to So Long Ago for more captivating stories behind timeless art. In this showcase, I present 35 beautiful portraits by Émile Vernon, a painter whose delicate romantic visions of femininity still captivate hearts today. His women, bathed in soft light and adorned with flowers, embody both elegance and mystery. Each portrait is a glimpse into a world where beauty is eternal, where every gaze tells a story waiting to be uncovered. Yet, despite his talent, no known photograph of him exists. The man who painted such luminous faces left behind no record of his own. His legacy survives only through his art, a testament to his ability to capture femininity with grace, warmth, and breathtaking softness. He was a master of color and texture, blending impressionist influences with the refined charm of the Belle Époque. His portraits radiate softness and light, portraying women as both delicate and enigmatic. Their eyes, filled with emotion, seem to speak without words. Some gaze directly at the viewer with confidence, while others look away lost in thought, their expressions full of quiet longing. One of his most striking qualities was his ability to paint flawless porcelain skin, giving his subjects an almost ethereal glow. He captured the shimmer of silk, the softness of lace, making each portrait feel alive. His women exist in a world of beauty, their surroundings rich with warmth and elegance. But beyond their beauty, there is something timeless in his work. The paintings hold an air of nostalgia, evoking the refinement of an era that now feels distant. Through roses, ribbons, pearls, and gentle smiles, he created dreamlike visions, balancing realism with an idealized world of softness and grace. His portraits, each one a testament to his mastery of light, texture, and emotion. Though his name may have faded from history, his art speaks louder than words. Born on March 14, 1872, he dedicated his life to capturing beauty on canvas, passing away on January 31, 1920 at the age of 47, leaving behind a legacy of grace, elegance, and mystery. Though history may have nearly erased his face, his work remains, whispering through time. Which of his portraits captivates you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love rediscovering lost art, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless stories. Thank you for listening. In this captivating journey through art, we explore the life of the Gypsy people as captured by painters across centuries. Through their vibrant caravans, music, and traditions, we glimpse a culture that has endured despite hardships and misunderstandings. For centuries, they have lived a life on the move, traveling across vast landscapes in their painted caravans. Their homes were not castles or mansions but wagons filled with family, music, and the stories of the road. To outsiders, their lifestyle seemed mysterious and untamed, often romanticized or misunderstood. But for the Gypsy people, travel was not just a way of life. It was survival, a means of adapting to a world that often refused to accept them. One of their greatest gifts to the world is their music. Gypsy musicians left a lasting impact on entire genres of music. Their influence was so profound that composers and artists sought to capture their fiery spirit in paintings and performances. Many artworks from the past depict Gypsy women as fortune tellers, draped in colorful fabrics, reading palms, or casting predictions for curious outsiders. While fortune-telling became a well-known part of Gypsy identity, it was often a necessity, a way to make a living in a world where opportunities were scarce. Yet, beyond the romanticized images, there were also struggles. The Gypsy people faced discrimination, forced removals, and persecution throughout history. But today, Gypsy artists are reclaiming their own history. Contemporary painters create works that celebrate Gypsy identity, history, and resilience, ensuring that their culture is no longer just a subject in European art but a voice of its own. They have lived a life of movement, music, and struggle, but through art, their stories remain alive. From the old masters to contemporary painters, their world has been captured in ways both beautiful and haunting. But what do you see in these paintings? What emotions do they evoke for you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through art and history, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless art stories. Thank you for watching. Born on March 30th, 1853, in the quiet village of Zundert, Netherlands, Vincent van Gogh entered the world with a sensitive soul and a heart that longed to connect with the beauty around him. From his earliest days, Vincent seemed destined for a life of contemplation and creativity. But his journey would be marked by struggle, heartbreak, and an unwavering dedication to his art. Vincent's path was far from linear. He worked as an art dealer, a teacher, and even studied to become a preacher, searching for his place in the world. Yet, it wasn't until his late 20s that he discovered his true calling, painting. Over the course of just a decade, he created over 2,100 works, including nearly 900 oil paintings. But these masterpieces didn't come without sacrifice. His art was a beacon of light in a life often overshadowed by darkness. Now, look at his works. In this 1888 painting, Vincent captures the serenity of the French countryside. The vivid blue sky and peaceful waters reflect a rare moment of tranquility in his otherwise turbulent life. It's a glimpse of the solace he found in nature, a world untouched by his inner struggles. Then there's Three Pairs of Shoes, 1886, a humble yet deeply symbolic painting. These worn, tattered boots speak to Vincent's empathy for the working class. They're more than objects. They tell stories of toil, resilience, and the quiet dignity of everyday life. And The Potato Eaters, 1885, one of his earliest masterpieces, reveals the depth of his compassion. The dimly lit room, the weathered faces, the rough hands of the peasants sharing a modest meal, all speak to Vincent's commitment to portraying life as it truly was, unvarnished and deeply human. But Vincent's art was inseparable from his personal pain. He suffered from episodes of psychosis and depression, likely exacerbated by epilepsy or bipolar disorder. These struggles often left him isolated and misunderstood. Yet, he poured his anguish into his art, writing to his beloved brother Theo, "What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything?" Theo Van Gogh was more than a brother. He was Vincent's anchor. Providing unwavering emotional and financial support, Theo believed in Vincent's genius when few others did. Their letters, filled with love and vulnerability, offer an intimate window into Vincent's thoughts, dreams, and heartbreaks. Tragically, Vincent's life was cut short. On July 27, 1890, in the small village of Auvers-sur-Oise, he experienced a fatal incident that ended his life 2 days later, on July 29, 1890, at the age of 37. His final words to Theo, "The sadness will last forever," echo the depth of his struggles. During his lifetime, Vincent's work was largely unrecognized. But today, his paintings resonate with millions, speaking to the beauty and fragility of the human spirit. Vincent van Gogh's story is a reminder that even in life's darkest moments, the act of creation can bring light and meaning. What emotions or reflections does his journey awaken in you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to So Long Ago for more stories of art, resilience, and the human spirit. In this electrifying masterpiece, Dempsey and Firpo 1924, George Bellows brings the chaos and intensity of the boxing ring vividly to life. The painting captures the unforgettable moment when American heavyweight champion Jack Dempsey is knocked out of the ring by his Argentinian challenger, Firpo, during their legendary bout on September 14, 1923. With dynamic brushstrokes and dramatic contrasts in lighting, Bellows amplifies the raw energy of the scene. Dempsey, clad in white trunks, is depicted mid-tumble, his body twisting as he falls out of the ring. Meanwhile, Firpo, towering in purple trunks, stands victorious and unyielding, his presence commanding the canvas. The referee and spectators, frozen in mid-reaction, embody the shock and excitement of the moment. The muted tones of the background crowd enhance the chaos and suspense of the action. The fight itself was one of the most iconic moments in sports history. Despite being knocked out of the ring, Dempsey climbed back in and ultimately won the match, retaining his heavyweight champion title. Born on June 24, 1895 in Manassas, Colorado, Dempsey became a symbol of resilience and grit in American boxing, holding the championship from 1919 to 1926. He passed away on May 31, 1983 at the age of 87. His challenger, Firpo, known as the Wild Bull of the Pampas, was born on October 11, 1894, in Argentina. Firpo's strength and determination made him a national hero. He passed away on August 7, 1960 at the age of 65. Their brief yet dramatic encounter remains a defining moment in boxing history. George Bellows, celebrated for his gritty portrayals of urban life and sports, painted Dempsey and Firpo to immortalize the drama and energy of the ring. Born in August 1882 in Columbus, Ohio, Bellows had an exceptional talent for capturing human emotion and movement. Tragically, his career was cut short when he passed away on January 8, 1925 at just 42 years old. Dempsey and Firpo is more than a depiction of a boxing match. It's a testament to resilience, determination, and the spectacle of sport. What emotions does this dramatic moment evoke for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless art stories. Thank you for listening.
I was merely Valerie Langdon, but history remembers me as Lady Muse. Born on February 27, 1852, I lived a life of scandal, wealth, and undeniable presence. I was not born into luxury, I claimed it. My marriage to Sir Henry Muse made me a baronet's wife, but it never made me acceptable to high society. No matter, I preferred to write my own story. At 29, James McNeill Whistler painted me, draped in black and white, bold yet elegant. And yet, after a petty dispute, he disowned his own creation. How fickle men can be. But I did not waste my days seeking approval. I collected relics of ancient Egypt, filled my home with beauty and history, and made an entrance wherever I went, sometimes in a carriage drawn by zebras. A lady must leave her mark, after all. I sadly passed away on December 20th, 1910, at the age of 58. And now, I leave my mark on you. Thank you for remembering me, farewell, and be sure to like and subscribe to So Long Ago. Thanks for listening.
In this heartwarming masterpiece, a young girl peers longingly through a window, her delicate hands resting gently on the glass. Her green velvet coat and elegant feathered hat suggest she was dressed for an outing, but her wistful gaze tells another story. Today's plans have been canceled. Titled No Walk Today, this painting by Sophie Anderson beautifully captures the quiet disappointment of childhood. Anderson, born in 1823 in Paris, was a French-born British artist celebrated for her ability to convey emotion and detail in her portraits. She often depicted themes of innocence and everyday moments, rendered with extraordinary precision and a sense of timeless beauty. Her work reflects the influences of the pre-Raphaelite movement, with its attention to nature and storytelling. No Walk Today is one of Anderson's most iconic works. Its universal themes of longing and consolation resonate deeply, inviting viewers to empathize with the young girl's quiet sorrow. The lush greenery outside the window contrasts with the subdued interior, emphasizing the divide between her expectations and reality. In November 2008, this painting achieved a world record for Anderson's work, selling for over £1 million at Sotheby's in London. This sale made Sophie Anderson Cornwall's first million-pound female artist, cementing her legacy as a master of Victorian art. Although no photograph of Sophie Anderson exists, her art speaks volumes about her talent and vision. She passed away on March 10, 1903 at the age of 79 or 80. But her timeless works continue to captivate audiences around the world. What emotions does this touching scene evoke for you? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless art stories. Thank you for listening. In this haunting masterpiece, Time and the Old Women by Francisco de Goya, we are confronted with an unsettling yet deeply poignant portrayal of mortality and the passage of time. Painted around 1810 to 1812, it reflects his darker and more introspective period as he grappled with aging, illness, and the fragility of life. At the center of the composition, two elderly women sit side by side, their faces grotesque and worn with age. They are dressed in fine clothing, adorned with jewels, makeup, and accessories, as if desperately clinging to the glamour and vitality of their youth. Yet, their exaggerated and decayed features make their efforts seem absurd, an almost mocking commentary on the futility of vanity in the face of time. One of the women holds a book inscribed with the question that translates to, "How is it?" A phrase that feels both ironic and haunting. It invites us to reflect on their state, perhaps asking, "How do you think time has treated us?" Behind them looms the ominous figure of Father Time, holding a broom, a symbol of the relentless sweeping away of all things. His expression is foreboding, a silent reminder that no one escapes the grasp of time. Through this painting, Goya exposes the universal fear of aging and death. The women, dressed as though they still belong to the aristocratic world of parties and refinement, are unable to escape the natural decay of their bodies. It's both a critique of vanity and a deeply human acknowledgement of our shared vulnerability. Francisco, born on March 30th, 1746 in Spain, is one of history's most influential artists. Known for his dramatic and emotive works, he navigated themes of beauty, horror, and human frailty. Goya passed away on April 16, 1828, at the age of 82. This painting, created during his later years, reflects his growing disillusionment with the world and his own confrontation with mortality. Goya, who himself was battling illness and the weight of his own mortality during this time. This stunning portrait, painted in 1881 by James McNeill Whistler, captures the elegance and mystique of Lady Muse, born February 27, 1852. Known for her unconventional charm and sharp wit, Lady Muse was a controversial figure in Victorian high society, and Whistler's painting immortalized her allure. She rose from humble beginnings, marrying a wealthy brewer and baronet. Her bold personality and rumored past as an actress or barmaid made her both admired and scandalized in elite circles. Here, Whistler presents her in a gown of pale pink and gray, accented by a delicately adorned hat, her figure exuding confidence and grace. The soft color palette and minimalist background draw our attention entirely to her poised yet commanding presence. Whistler's artistry shines in the subtle details of the fabric shimmer and Lady Muse's enigmatic gaze. Known for his mastery of light and form, Whistler often sought to elevate his portraits beyond mere likeness, capturing the spirit of his subjects. This painting exemplifies his belief that art should resonate like music, emotional and harmonious. The portrait also reflects Whistler's knack for building relationships with powerful figures, even those as polarizing as Lady Muse. While she embraced her rebellious reputation, Whistler's work here emphasizes her refinement and complexity, challenging societal expectations of who she was. Whistler, born on July 10, 1834, and known for pushing artistic boundaries, passed away on July 17, 1903, at the age of 69. Lady Muse herself left a legacy of intrigue, dying on December 20, 1910, at the age of 58. This collaboration between artist and subject remains a testament to their shared defiance of convention. What do you think of this portrait? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless art stories. Thank you for listening. In this painting, we see the unforgettable Madame X, her pale skin glowing against a sleek, black satin gown. This 1884 portrait by John Singer Sargent immortalized Madame X, a celebrated Parisian socialite, but it also sparked one of the greatest scandals in art history. What's even more intriguing is that another artwork captures Sargent himself in the act of creating this masterpiece. Madame X, born on the 29th of January, 1859, a woman of striking beauty and boldness, was the toast of Paris high society. But when this portrait debuted at the Paris Salon, it caused a public uproar. The original painting featured her gown with a strap slipping off her shoulder, a detail deemed too provocative for the time. Sargent quickly repainted it, but the scandal forced him to leave Paris for London. As for Madame X, she continued to shine in her social circles but never escaped the legacy of this portrait. She lived until December 25, 1915, passing away at 56. Sargent, born January 12, 1856, eventually became one of the most celebrated portrait artists of his time, passing away on April 14, 1925, at the age of 69. Through these paintings, both the portrait and the scene of its creation, we witness not just a moment in history, but the tension between artist, subject, and society. What do you think of this portrait? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless art stories. Thank you for watching. We're diving into the world of Giovanni Boldini, a true master of elegance and motion, as we showcase 30 of his most stunning portraits. Known as the master of swish, Boldini's art captures the energy, grace, and beauty of his time. Let's explore the man behind the brush and the timeless allure of his work. Born on December 31, 1842, in Ferrara, Italy, Boldini grew up surrounded by art, inspired by his father's own painting skills. But Giovanni quickly carved out a style all his own. His portraits are a dazzling celebration of life, with subjects adorned in flowing gowns, shimmering fabrics, and confident expressions. Every brushstroke in Boldini's work seems to dance, giving his paintings an unmatched sense of movement. As you look at his portraits, notice how the folds of a gown cascade like waterfalls, or how a simple glance from his subject conveys 1,000 emotions. Boldini's use of light and texture brought out the richness of silk, the sparkle of jewels, and the very essence of the Belle Époque era. Throughout his career, Boldini's work reflected the vibrant energy of his time, making him one of the most sought-after portraitists in Europe. His subjects included aristocrats, actresses, and socialites, all captured with a charm that has kept his art celebrated for over a century. Giovanni Boldini passed away on January 11, 1931, at the age of 88, leaving behind a legacy of glamour and sophistication. His portraits remain timeless, reminding us of art's power to capture beauty, elegance, and fleeting moments. Which of his masterpieces speaks to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more timeless stories of art and history. Thank you for listening. In this masterpiece, we witness a poignant scene of love, loss, and resilience. A father, carrying his infant in his arms, walks barefoot on the path of life, his young son by his side. They pass a grave, a sacred place where their wife and mother now rests. The grief etched on their faces is subtle yet profound, a quiet reminder of the unspoken void left behind. The painting, Passing Mother's Grave, 1856, by Dutch artist Joseph Israels, conveys the silent courage of enduring heartbreak. Born on January 27, 1824, in the Netherlands, he was renowned for his ability to capture the struggles and triumphs of ordinary people. Through the soft interplay of light and shadow, he portrays more than a family's sorrow. He reveals their unbreakable bond. Look closely at the father. His weathered expression and hunched posture reflect the weight of his loss, yet his firm grip on his children speaks of unwavering strength. The young boy clutches his father's hand, his innocent gaze turned upward as if seeking guidance or comfort. The baby, cradled close to his heart, symbolizes tender hope for a future yet to unfold. Their journey, though marked by mourning, is one of resilience and love. Often called the Dutch millet for his empathetic portrayals of rural life, Joseph was deeply inspired by human perseverance. He lived until August 12, 1911, passing away at the age of 87. His works continue to resonate, reminding us of life's fragility and the enduring power of family. This painting connects us all. Loss is universal, and so is love. As this family moves forward, so do we, carrying memories and hope close to our hearts. What emotions or reflections does this masterpiece awaken in you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to So Long Ago for more art stories that touch the heart and soul. Thank you for watching. In Orphans, 1885, Thomas Benjamin Kennington captures a tender and sorrowful moment between two siblings. Set against the backdrop of poverty and hardship, the painting tells a universal story of love, responsibility, and resilience. A young boy leans against his older sister, resting his head on her lap. His pale face and small, fragile frame speak of a life marked by struggle. The older sister, her eyes closed and her arm gently cradling him, exudes quiet strength and care beyond her years. Her expression is one of exhaustion, but also determination, as though she carries the weight of their shared hardship. Their tattered clothing and bare feet emphasize the severity of their circumstances. The barren room, with only a plate holding a few crumbs, further highlights their deprivation. Yet, despite the starkness of their surroundings, the siblings' bond shines through, a testament to the enduring power of love and support, even in the darkest moments. Thomas was born on April 7, 1856, in Lincolnshire, England, was a master at capturing the emotional depth of his subjects. With Orphans, he invites viewers to confront the realities of Victorian poverty while celebrating the resilience of the human spirit. Kennington passed away on December 10, 1916, at the age of 60. But his art continues to evoke empathy and compassion. What emotions do you feel looking at this scene? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story touched you, please like this video and subscribe to So Long Ago for more powerful stories behind timeless art. In this masterpiece, Victoria, Princess Royal, gazes with quiet confidence, her beauty radiating from within. Draped in delicate lace and adorned with shimmering pearls, her regal presence is unmistakable. Painted in 1857 by Franz Xaver Winterhalter, This portrait captures not only her outward elegance, but also the poised strength of a young woman destined for greatness. Victoria was born on November 21st, 1840. She grew up as the cherished firstborn of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Intelligent and ambitious, she was well-educated and prepared for a role of influence. At the age of 17, she married Frederick William. Their union, while filled with mutual respect and love, was marked by the weight of political and familial expectations. Frederick passed away on June 15, 1888, succumbing to throat cancer at the age of 56. His passing left Victoria a widow and their shared aspirations for Germany unfulfilled. Now, let's dive into the details of the painting. Franz's signature style of ethereal portraiture is evident in the delicate brushstrokes that bring Victoria's dress to life. The lavender ribbon at her waist and the intricate lace of her gown evoke both grace and refinement. Her jewelry, a cascade of pearls and a cameo brooch, hints at her status while emphasizing her understated elegance. The artist, born on April 20th, 1805 in Germany, became the most sought-after portraitist of European royalty. Renowned for his ability to blend realism with romantic idealism, he captured the elegance and spirit of his subjects with unmatched finesse. His work graced the courts of Europe, solidifying his legacy as a master of regal portraiture. He passed away on July 8, 1873, at the age of 68, leaving behind a collection of masterpieces that continue to embody noble elegance. As we gaze at this portrait, we're reminded of the enduring legacy of individuals like Victoria, whose lives were both extraordinary and deeply human. What emotions or reflections does this painting awaken in you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to So Long Ago for more stories that bring the past to life through art. Who was the woman shrouded in black, her eyes piercing through time? In Portrait of Madame Georges Bizet by Jules-Élie Delaunay, elegance and sorrow intertwine, creating an image that whispers of love and loss. But what does her story reveal? The woman in the painting is Geneviève Halévy, the widow of famed composer Georges Bizet, who passed away in 1875 at just 36 years old. Geneviève was born on February 27, 1849, into an illustrious family of artists and intellectuals. Known for her beauty and sharp wit, she became a muse and friend to many in Paris's cultural elite. Jules-Élie Delaunay, born June 13, 1828, was a renowned French painter celebrated for his detailed portraits. At the time of this painting, Delaunay was capturing not just Genevieve's likeness, but also her grief, a testament to his ability to convey raw emotion. Geneviève sits in a high-backed chair, enveloped in black mourning attire. Her veil cascades like a shadow over her pale face, contrasting with the ornate golden throne-like chair behind her. Her hands rest with delicate strength, one clutching a small object, perhaps a symbol of her late husband. The subdued palette emphasizes the solemnity of her mourning, while her gaze draws the viewer into her world of loss and resilience. Delaunay's portrayal captures Geneviève as both a grieving widow and a figure of timeless dignity. Her story speaks to a universal human experience, how loss reshapes but does not diminish one's strength and identity. Through his brushstrokes, Delaunay immortalized her resilience amidst sorrow. Delaunay lived until July 5, 1891, passing away at the age of 63. His skill in portraying emotion and detail has made works like this a cornerstone of 19th-century portraiture. Genevieve's portrait remains one of his most evocative pieces, capturing the soul of an era and a woman marked by both privilege and tragedy. Genevieve's gaze holds us captive, a blend of strength and sorrow that transcends her time. What other stories do these silent faces have to tell? Subscribe to So Long Ago for more tales hidden within history's most powerful portraits. Imagine a world where childhood innocence and elegance come alive on canvas. Sir Joshua Reynolds, one of the most celebrated portrait painters of the 18th century, had a rare talent for capturing the delicate charm of children. Today, we'll explore the life of this artistic pioneer and take a closer look at 5 of his enchanting portraits that continue to captivate viewers centuries later. Born on July 16, 1723, in Devon, England, Joshua Reynolds was destined to change the course of British art. Inspired by the great old masters, he traveled to Italy, where he absorbed the classical techniques of Michelangelo and Raphael. Returning to England, Reynolds became the leading portrait artist of his time, known for blending elegance, emotion, and innovation. But Reynolds wasn't just a painter, he was a visionary. As the first president of the Royal Academy of Arts, he championed the idea that art was not just a craft but a way to capture the human soul. Let's step into Reynolds' world and explore some of his most beloved portraits of children. A Strawberry Girl, 1773, Reynolds once referred to this portrait as one of the half-dozen original things which no man ever exceeded. The young girl's innocence shines through as she clutches a basket of strawberries, her expression a mix of curiosity and wonder. Miss Crewe, circa 1775. This delicate portrait depicts Miss Crewe in a flowing white dress and black cape, exuding grace and childhood charm. Reynolds' masterful use of soft light brings a sense of warmth and vitality to her youthful presence. Miss Bowles, 1775, one of Reynolds' most endearing works. This portrait captures Miss Bowles with her pet dog, a playful and tender moment that celebrates the joys of childhood companionship. Princess Sophia Matilda of Gloucester, painted between 1773 to 1844. This heartwarming portrait shows the infant Princess Sophia Matilda lying close to her small fluffy dog. The princess is dressed in a delicate white gown and a bonnet, exuding innocence and charm. Her curious gaze are perfectly matched by the gentle companionship of her dog, who nestles beside her, adding warmth and intimacy to the scene. Set against a lush, pastoral background, Reynolds beautifully balances the tenderness of childhood with the elegance of royal portraiture. The Infant Samuel, 1776, a serene depiction of young Samuel kneeling in prayer. Reynolds' ability to convey the purity of devotion in the child's expression makes this work timeless and deeply moving. Each painting is more than just a portrait, it's a story, a glimpse into a moment of life where innocence and beauty converge. Reynolds' work not only defined British portraiture, but also left a lasting impact on art history. Through his innovative techniques and expressive compositions, he elevated the art of portraiture to new heights. His influence can be seen in the generations of artists who followed, inspired by his ability to capture both elegance and emotion. Though he faced challenges later in life, including hearing loss and blindness in one eye, Reynolds' determination and passion never wavered. He continued creating masterpieces until his passing on February 23, 1792, at the age of 68. Sir Joshua Reynolds' portraits remind us of the timeless beauty of childhood and the power of art to capture fleeting moments. Which of these masterpieces speaks to you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Reynolds' art, like this video and subscribe to So Long Ago for more inspiring stories behind the world's greatest artists.
What if a father's love could be captured in paint? In Franz von Lenbach's 1901 portrait of Marion Lenbach, we see a tender tribute to his young daughter. Let's explore this intimate masterpiece and the story behind it. The painting features Marion Lenbach, the daughter of Franz von Lenbach. Born in the late 19th century, Marion was around 6 years old when her father painted this portrait. Her innocent gaze and delicate features are lovingly captured, revealing the deep bond between father and child. In his 1901 portrait, Marion is depicted in a striking red gown with elegant ruffled sleeves. Her wavy golden blonde hair is softly styled, and her rosy cheeks, paired with her piercing eyes, create an intriguing and timeless allure. Franz's brushwork is meticulous yet tender, with a muted background that focuses all attention on Marion. The soft play of light emphasizes her innocence, while the composition feels both personal and timeless. Franz von Lenbach, born in 1836, was a renowned German portraitist, celebrated for painting prominent figures of his time. However, his most heartfelt works often depicted those closest to him, like Marion. Lenbach passed away in 1904, just 3 years after completing this portrait, at the age of 68, due to heart disease. This painting stands as a poignant reminder of his devotion to his family. This portrait is not just art, it's a father's expression of love and pride. Through his skilled hand, Lenbach immortalized Marion's childhood, creating a tender moment that continues to resonate over a century later. Franz's portrait of Marion Lenbach is a timeless tribute to a family's love. Want to uncover more personal and hidden stories behind classic art? Subscribe to So Long Ago and journey into the past with us.